I had a hard time believing this was a church until I saw this little detail. Look at that cross right there. That kind of gives it away, I guess, but I did not see that on my first couple visits. This is the Holy Family Parish, or what became the Holy Family Church. Now it's called the Cathedral Lofts, but we'll get into the history in a second. Just take a look at the building. I, again, did not know this sort of thing happened, but apparently when churches don't have a ton of money, they'll make a church and a school in one building. I also had a hard time believing this was built in 1904, but let me show you the maps. In the 1880s and 90s, you can see there's nothing there yet. It's just private ownership. And now you see from 1903 and then onwards to 1910, it's the same structure. Even now here at 1923, you can see the building is the same. And I had a hard time believing that was the same structure. Look at Google Maps now. Those little notches in the front of it are still there today, so it's the same building. So what happened? Well, in short, they ran out of money. So like I said, it was completed in 1904. It was a Polish church. Poland is typically Roman Catholic. So Reverend Ladislaus Slavinsky took over in 1925. They were $100,000 in debt. At that point, the parish split. Even after they paid off their debts, there was a big portion of them that wanted to move north of Butler Street. This area became very industrial. There were foundries everywhere. This site was also occupied at one point too. There was a property owner by the name Unversagt that I think must have sold that property to the church. Anyway, back to the structure of the church. The architecture is actually very cool, but do you really think this looks like a cathedral? So I think what happened is the parish never really had a lot of money to begin with, and they might have had about 15 or so years of good fortune, and then they went into debt, and even after they paid it off, it was hard to keep the entire parish together because it had grown a lot. So they moved. So this became the new Holy Family Church at 250 44th Street. This is what the church looks like today. There's a lot of construction going on, but you can see it still has all the remnants of its earliest construction. But as far as the old Holy Family Church, it became the Cathedral Lofts. It still has some funny peculiarities, like doors at the second floor with no apparent purpose, other things that are bricked up, and of course that cross that's just around the corner on the alley side. So if you're around and you're in the neighborhood, come check it out. It's a piece of Lawrenceville history.